Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
McDonald's introduces their first new breakfast item in years as it looks to sweeten up your morning. So let's go in on these all-new McCafé Donut Sticks. And initial first impressions are, these are actually kind of reminding me of puff pastries if you look closely at them, guys. I know they're in stick form, but they don't exactly scream donuts to me. But I'm definitely loving how the presentation is, especially with that cinnamon sugar on here. What we've got is sweet dough that is fried up to a crispy golden brown and then topped off with plenty of cinnamon sugar. Definitely has that classic smell in the car. It definitely smells like donuts as well as cinnamon sugar. But again, I'm really getting more of a puff pastry vibe just taking a closer look at that. Take a look at the texture and you'll see what I'm talking about. It looks a little bit more flaky, if anything. It's supposed to be doughy on the inside, nice and crunchy on the outside, and plenty of cinnamon sugar to go with. And with this 6-piece order that I got for $1.99, there's definitely a nice amount of that cinnamon sugar for sure. So let's see if the flavor delivers, because like I said, the presentation is a little bit more puffy than donut-like. This is the all-new McCafé Donut Sticks here at McDonald's. Let's peep out this flavor. Yeah, this definitely feels light and airy, and this is actually one of the ones that has the most cinnamon sugar on it. But I do have to say, the smell is definitely setting this one off nicely. Let's dive in. It's the all-new McCafé Donut Sticks here at McDonald's. Definitely crunchy. Yeah, it looks like my initial first impressions are pretty satisfied with this one. I'm not really getting the pillowy goodness feels with this whatsoever, although it does have a little bit of denseness on the inside. It's more flaky and airy than anything else, but the nice crispiness on the outside is good. The cinnamon sugar is pretty good as well, and of course it's fried up very nicely. Let's keep going. Yeah, this is like phyllo dough. It's not really like a real donut, but I like the airiness of it, guys. Well, clearly airiness is not what they're going for with this because it's supposed to have more of an inside here. But as you can see, I think you can understand why I'm saying that right now. It's really the cinnamon sugar and the nice fried outer coating that's really selling these. And while the flavor is reminiscent of a donut, I just wish it had just a little bit more in the inside. But the flavor is pretty decent. Let me grab one of these other ones here that don't have as much cinnamon sugar so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. As you can see, take a look as that focuses in. Not so much a donut as it is more of kind of like a breadstick, really. I mean, just take a closer look at that. It really is a little bit more of a breadstick than anything else. But I like the fact that the cinnamon sugar's there. It's fried up nicely. And again, I got to give you these close-ups and give you as much detail as possible because it really feels more of just a puff pastry with some cinnamon sugar. And I guess that's okay because I can see why these would actually pair up pretty nicely with any of the coffee drinks here at McDonald's. I just wish that they were just a little bit more really donut-like to really satisfy. Wow, and you know what? As I'm getting further into this right now, I'm beginning to see why that cinnamon and sugar is so necessary on these right now, because without it, it's very, very light in terms of flavor there. I'm not really getting anything except more of the pastry type of taste, and I gotta be honest, guys, I'm a little disappointed. And hey, look, I get where they're going with this one. I mean, I love the concept of what this is, but if you're gonna market this as a donut stick, you gotta have a little bit more of that flavor of the actual donut itself on top of the texture. Because guys, like I said, let me bring up another one of these here again for you. Take a look as this focuses in. Take a look at the texture of this one here. Tell me that is not a puff pastry to you. I am really just blown away that it is really not as cakey as a donut should be, at least with the filling being advertised as being nice and doughy. But guys, just more of a puff pastry than anything else. So expect that when you get into this one. But hey, if you like cinnamon sugar, this definitely does satisfy in that department. Well, I gotta be honest, like always, this was just a little disappointing for me overall. Now, don't get me wrong, the flavor was definitely decent. I mean, guys, it's fried dough with a little bit of cinnamon and sugar. How bad could that really be? It's just that the overall texture is not reminiscent of a donut, at least in my opinion. There was just way too much airiness in there, especially if they're advertising it as having kind of like a doughy middle, and it really needed to have just a little bit more substance on the inside. So the incentive to give these a shot, aside from just the curiosity to give them a shot, is the fact that the value is pretty decent. I mean, 6 of those sticks for $1.99 when you put them all together, it's not bad. And if you really like them, you can always go for that 12-piece and pair it up with any of the drinks that they have here. But on their own, I have to be honest, guys, like I said, I wish it was just a little bit more of a substance type of donut than anything else. So as for the overall rating, I'm gonna have to give the McCafé Donut Sticks just an okay 6 out of 10. It's just above average in my opinion, guys, but like I said, the cinnamon sugar is very on point with this. But then again, it usually is on anything fried, and like I said earlier, it definitely satisfies in that department. Okay, now the question is, how did these McCafé Donut Sticks look to you based upon my review right now? Do you think they're gonna deliver the goods based upon what you may be expecting, and are you gonna give them a shot? Drop those comments down below and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another episode of Peep This Out, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So while you stay tuned for the next review coming real soon, in the meantime, stay frosty. Well, it's an okay first attempt, but there's definitely room for improvement. All right, guys, until next time, I'll talk to you soon.